known as Pinus batesiana. It's a jack pine. If you notice, the pine cones are in direct contact with the branch. This tree, in order for these cones to open up, has to be exposed to fire. So it's jack pine. Okay? It's scruffy looking is how I remember it. Next thing is this little white flower on the ground, right there. And right here, and right here. What is it?
I can't see it.
Not a lily. It's edible. It's wild
That's a dandelion.
strawberry.
Unfortunate.
That's wild strawberry, yes. It will, if nothing eats these, you can eat the strawberries, and they're about the size of my pinky. The little strawberry, a wild strawberry. This is a box elder.
Doing good for testing myself.
Testing yourself? Okay, good. This is one leaf. These little things are leaflets. So this is a box elder. This is the thing that has those black and orange bugs, box elder bugs that get all over the houses and stuff. This tree, this is a box elder. It's in the maple family, so it's an acer. But notice the bark. This is a young tree. The leaves arrangement. All right. This is obviously an oak. The leaves aren't out yet. We'll see one later, but that's an oak tree. We have this thing. Notice that the underside of the leaf is silvery, has little brown spots. This is Russian olive. Russian olive. The leaves, if you notice, are alternating. There's one, then it goes, alternates to the next one. The alternating leaves. This is Russian olive. Everybody got? This is a black cherry. It looks like it has burnt potato chip bark. Black cherry. And this little thing right here, the underside, this is honeysuckle. The underside is green. We don't have the flowers yet. But the leaves are what? They're opposite of each other. See how they come straight out across from each other? So these are opposite leaves. This is honeysuckle. The other one is Russian olive. Russian olive, silvery leaves on the bottom, and the leaves are alternate. Honeysuckle, green all the way around, and leaves are opposite, and the bark is much lighter. Okay, so that's honeysuckle and a black cherry. What's this?
Okay.
Fruit. I don't know.
White oak.
Jack Pinus strobus. It is.
Pinus strobus. Yes.
Oh, I said that.
This is the state tree. It's a white pine.
Pinus
Look how the leaves are. The leaves are very delicate looking, and they're well defined horizontally. There's a white pine. There's a white pine. Well, that one is. That's a white pine. You can see tell the white pine miles away looking at it. There's a white pine, state tree, eastern white pine, Pinus strobus. This, on the other hand, is what? Birch. It's not a birch. Come on, look at the leaves.
Russian olive. Maybe just cherry.
What?
Look at the leaves.
He don't kill. No, not the tree over.
All right, you see the leaves? You can see which one are shaking, right?
Yeah,
So you
there's
can't look
not.
here,
They're
these are
non-existent.
dead. But look at these other ones right here.
Is it a Scott? Oh, that's that one tree.
It's a white spruce.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is this big white flower.
Daffodil.
That's a flicker, which we'll be adding to the bird list. But this big white flower, it's trillium. That's the Latin name for the genus Trillium, just like the Trillium spelled the same way as the theater in Grand Blanc. Trillium. If you notice, and it's protected by law, so don't go picking it.
Why?
Because there's not very many of them. Right? But in this spot we have a whole bunch of trilliums. Okay? This tree is going to be a sugar maple. Sugar maples have this nice leaf where it looks like your finger fits down into the sinus. It's sugar maple. It's in the genus Acer, A-C-E-R, and it's underlined, Acer. It's a maple. Yep. So this is a relation to the box elder, the Acer, right? So this is the sugar maple. Look at the leaves, look at the bark.
You guys use the pictures for study purpose, not to post Mr. Casabom on Snapchat, right?
Okay. Two different plants here. This looks like Smilex, so don't be messing with that one. But this one down here with the reddish stem, that's wild raspberry. It's a raspberry. It has the red branch. If you notice, this does not have a red stem or a red branch, and the leaves are a little bit more pointed and more lancet, more longer than they are wide. And the teeth are much serrated edge like a steak knife. The edge of the blade is has a lot more teeth than the raspberry does.
Wait, what's that called again?
This is Smilex, which we haven't touched you on.
Smilex?
Smilex is the Latin for it.
What's the common name for
I
it?
don't know. Sorry. That common name, I don't know. But this is wild raspberry, the red step. You guys can see they're very different if you get close and you're looking at them. You can tell they're different. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. This vine that's growing up, if you look, you can see 5 leaflets on the leaf. That is Virginia creeper. Virginia creeper. 5 leaflets makes the 1 leaf. That's 1 of 3 vines we have in the state of Michigan. Oh, the other vine is right here.
What was it called again?
Virginia creeper.
Virginia creeper. This vine doesn't have leaves on it yet. This one's poison ivy.
Whoa.
You can see
Where's Abraham?
all of the root hairs. That's poison ivy. If you look at that vine over there, it doesn't have all these root hairs. Poison ivy has all of the root hairs. Virginia creeper does not. And the leaves aren't out yet on that. But that's as close as I'm getting to that. No. Here. This one right here. If you notice the trunk, see how at the bottom, at the base, this one right here, this is growing in a clump, and the clump's sort of coming out like this. This is witch hazel. Leaves are single, sort of palmate like your hands, but the bush is it's a small tree, big bush, grows out of a clump, out of a group. It's witch hazel. Here's a better leaf right here. That's more what the leaves look like. Wide palmate thing. Okay, so that's witch hazel. Stop. Right here on the ground. These little heart-shaped leaves and the little purple flower. Any ideas? At my foot?
It's like an African flower, right? Orchid?
Nope, not an orchid. It's a violet. It's a violet. And again, purple flowers are light purple flowers or white flowers. There's like 5 different species of violets that grow in Michigan. And they all look really, really close. You almost have to take them back to the lab and take them apart to figure out which one's which. But here's the flower and the leaf. Here's leaves with no flower yet. That's a violet. So here's a violet. This is a violet. That's a violet. That's a violet. But the leaf, only the one flower, okay? So don't step on it. This is your red pine.
You gotta know that.
And well, we can't get to the leaves. Okay, who's not vertically challenged?
I'm not looking at
I need one of those pine. I need one of those. Pine.
You want me to grab that?
Yeah, I need one of those needles.
Just jump.
Thank you. The red pine, the needles snap cleanly. If you come over here and you try this, you'll see that it snaps cleanly. If you want to come try to fill it, okay? Also, there's a reddish tint, that's how it gets a red pine, to its name. Take a needle and bend it and watch how quickly it snaps into pieces. See how, bend it. Ooh, got two of them. We have this thing, the umbrella looking thing is mayapple. This is all mayapple in here. Eventually we have a white flower coming up. Oh, there's a flower that hasn't opened up yet. Nice big bright flower, but that's mayapple. The other plant, oh, there's a yellow violet. I forgot to mention the yellow violet. This is Solomon's knot. You'll see it down here.
No, oh, you can go down there. Oh, he.
Solomon's knot. There's this plant here, got another one here. Solomon's knot. How do we do that down there? This plant, right here, this is Jack in the pulpit.
What?
Jack in the pulpit. Because this is the flower, you open it up, it has, looks like somebody in a pulpit. Jack in the pulpit. There. It's also protected, so don't pick it.
Okay.
Jack in the pulpit. This little thing's the flower. And there's the leaves, what's left. Oh, that's the flower. All of the skunk cabbage.
Oh.
You want to do that here? Or we would do that at the end. What's this thing?
That's the.
This thing.
He just took it.
What is it?
We just looked at that.
Yeah, we just looked at it.
Oh.
What is it?
Does it look like a little umbrella?
Yeah.
No, so then it can't be a mayapple. It doesn't look like a little umbrella. So what is it?
Oh, wow.
Skunk thing is,
That's right there.
that's the skunk thing.
Okay. Don't do it.
That's the skunk thing.
Why do they call it skunk cabbage?
This is skunk cabbage. This is not witch hazel.
Sugar maple? Is it
Honeysuckle? Wait,
No.
no. Creeper leaflets.
Jack, oh, never mind. Box elder.
Box elder is correct.
Where the heck is Boston?
That's the first.
Oh.
And this is skunk cabbage. If you don't believe me, come take a smell.
What's the key? How will we figure out that's box
Three
elder?
leaflets.
Okay.
Why do they call it skunk
And it's
cabbage?
a wood. What?
Why do they call it skunk cabbage?
I can already
Okay, I get it.
That smells good. Let's make that a cologne.
The skunk cabbage grows where it's wet. All right? This thing.
Does it have like a... Oh, this is American bamboo.
No, that's plantain.
Oh. It's what?
It's smoother. This right here is horsetail. Horsetail.
Oh yeah, it's really hard, isn't it?
Yeah. It's hollow. It has a lot of silica in it. It's also common named scouring rushes. It's not a grass. It's
I thought it was just by water.
Can be damp here. It's horsetail equisetum. This is one of several species of equisetum horsetail we have in Michigan. If I find more, I will show you. There's a horsetail. Okay?
Alrighty.
Got that? Ooh, there it is.
I found it.
I
I found it.
I found
I found it.
this thing right here.
I found that. Mayflower. Wait, no.
This
Could you not? Can you don't?
No.
right here is bloodroot.
What makes it a blood root?
Here's another one.
Right.
Here's one.
Probably if you take it off and you scream, this is red.
It's bloodroot.
Oh.
So it is the name, basically.
So it is the name. If you want the Latin, it's Sanguinaria canadensis is the Latin, which you don't have
How do you
to
know that? Yeah, I don't need to know
This
that.
is bloodroot.
You see that?
It has a little white flower. That's bloodroot. If you notice, the leaf is a very unique shape leaf. Right? So this is bloodroot. And there's one here, and one here, one there, and one there. It's bloodroot.
There's one there.
And one in my hand. Okay? Everybody got bloodroot? Yes. Oh, there's some more down there. Leaf right here, the flower's not up, but you're going to need to know this leaf. See how this leaf is a little blotchy?
Yeah.
If we had the flower, we missed the flowers. This is trout lily. The blotchy leaf, the flower would be yellow. It's trout lily. The blotchy white part is the key for the leaves. So we have trout lily down here. We have strawberry. We have dandelion. And we have violet. But anyways, that's not why I'm over here. I'm over here for that tree.
That's a nice. That's a nice tree.
That tree is a beech tree. B-E-E-C-H. Beech. Go touch it. Smooth gray trunk. And come cross country time in the fall, the beech nuts will be edible. Our next vine
Broke my globe yesterday.
is this vine here, which is this vine also.
Don't they have water inside?
This vine, that is Vitis, V-I-T-I-S underlined. It's the Latin genus for grapevine. This is wild grape.
No,
Yes, it is edible.
Eat it.
There's no grapes yet.
Eat the vine, though.
I'm not eating the vine. So this is grapevine. It's Vitis. So now we've had the poison ivy, Virginia creeper, and Vitis. Grapevine. We've had all three vines. Question.
Is that the only one that looks like it has bark, or do the other ones look like that?
This is the only one that's scruffy looking. And that looks like bark. It's grapevine.
I have those around my fence.
And we wait until the leaves get out, and then I show you the leaves. Okay?
Oh, we can. Oh, yeah.
We
coming back in
gotta
like
come
2
back
weeks.
eventually, but we also have some later. Ooh, that's what I want right there.
What?
This thing. This is wild geranium. You know, your mom buys the red ones and plants the red ones. Well, this is a purplish flower. It's wild geranium. And I haven't seen any flowers yet, so we missed them or
Wild
haven't.
vibranium?
I don't think they're.
I don't think they bloomed yet. This is wild geranium. Ooh, yeah, let's do it here. Let's do it.
What are these bugs?
Let's do it. We're gonna do it. You ready? This plant right here. This plant right here. With these flowers. There's the flower. And here's the leaves. This big heart-shaped leaf with this very wide center. It's wild ginger. We have this thing right here. That is nettles, wood nettle.
What they do?
Wood nettle. This thing at the end of my foot. This really serrated tooth. If you look real close, it has a square stem, and you can see the little hairs on the stem. Those little hairs will make you itch like crazy.
Oh.
So don't touch it. It's wild. It's wood nettle. And here's another. And this is nettle, and that's nettle.
Oh,
Right?
They mad.
This one right here.
Sorry.
This is red osier dogwood.
What?
This is a new plant. Dogwood.
Say the second word again.
Red osier. O-S-E-R, osier. If I remember correctly.
Dogwood.
Dogwood. You just remember as dogwood. This bright red stem, except for until it gets old and dies, and then. But this is dogwood. And here is a grapevine. Here's the leaf of the grapevine. Let's get this big palmate thing, right? But it also, grapevines have these tendrils, these curlicues on the grapevine. And it looks really shaggy like bark. This is the other thing, all right? So here's the leaves. They get much bigger, obviously. But this is grapevine. You got red osier dogwood, or just, you can just remember it as dogwood. Pawpaw, P-A-W-P-A-W.
So that purple flower is a pawpaw.
Dark reddish purple. The tree with the purple flowers right here. That's a pawpaw. Pawpaw. P-A-W-P-A-W. Pawpaw. But that's not why I'm over here. Now that everyone stopped asking me that question, now I remember it. Okay, now what we are really here. Don't get your feet wet.
I'm not.
That boots, I'm fine.
Go in there then.
I want to crayfish.
Here's this thing.
What is that?
This is
Ooh.
cattail.
Oh,
This is
horsetail.
cattail.
Now horse
Tail, now cattail.
And now cattail.
It's thinner.
Much thinner. It grows very tall. It has, looks like the little cigar flower.
The hot dog.
The hot dog things. Right, this is cattail. It is edible. It tastes like carrots and onions mixed, in my opinion. Over here by Mrs. Gamage to see it are these little bright green leaves floating in the water. Bright green leaves floating in the water. The bright green leaves floating in the water is duckweed. Duckweed. Duckweed, the bright green flower, plant leaves floating in the water.
I should would eat
They're
this
staying over by Mrs.
cattail.
Gamage.
Try it.
That